fatal heart impact, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new silver excuse, I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet out. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kiru's Show here. And now, whenever we last left off with this series, we had Izuku. Him trapped in Excalibur the sword. Now, with that being said, he was also on the way to teaching Melissa how to use the power of it. Now then, before I do continue, I'm aware this series is strange and pretty far out there. Now, along with that, my original idea for how the series was going to go, ironically, last month I just watched Black Clover. And then I was thinking about things to record, and I was going back through this video, or this series. I realized where I was going with this, because I had an idea at the time, and then I remembered, oh shit, that's Black Clover. I wasn't even aware of this at the time, which I'm glad I'm aware of that now. So I'm going to be changing that up a little bit. Along with that, people were talking about how the sword was basically Mjolnir, with the fact that, oh, people can't lift it. Melissa's the chosen one. I'm probably going to start making up powers and magics and trying to bring certain things into this what if to make them more interesting. And I do want to say that one of the powers of the sword could be gravity manipulation. If the unworthy do try and wield it, and if they are physically able to, Midori can alter the gravity of the sword and make it heavy as hell in order for someone not to be able to pick that up. Now, along with that being said, let's continue. Melissa's shield is at the age of 9 years old, and she did take the sword to school in order to try and show it off and at least show people that she can do something that they can't. However, she was hoping and really hoping no one will be able to pick up the sword. And she was satisfied with herself after her day. And she then began to talk with the mysterious person within the sword. Now, we will pick up roughly a few weeks later, where Melissa, she actually is swinging the sword around, and one of her eyes is actually glowing a light blue color. Where Midoriya, he does instruct her that, yes, she is doing very well. However, she does need to change up her stance a little bit. And that she does at least need to start practicing with another weapon in her other hand. But, Mr. What was your name again? Well, Arthur does not feel like it suits me anymore. Okay. Well, if you're not gonna go by Arthur, you're gonna need to at least pick a name. Well, no. For right now, just call me Arthur. I will try to think of something. Okay. Now, Arthur does instruct her as to what to do. And Izuku, he is impressed a little bit by Melissa. Her effortlessly slashing through certain things. Small pieces of wood, small branches, and she even did try and use her warrior spirit in the sword, attempting to actually cut through a cinder block wall. Her actually just going to run into the wall with a sword. As she does go to thrust it outwards, this would be whenever she does smash a sword directly into the wall. The tip of the sword breaking through a little bit, cracking the wall as Melissa does just slam into it. Now, the moment that she actually does slam into the wall, she hits her forehead, along with actually cutting well, a small wound on her arm. Now, the moment that that does actually happen, she does actually go falling backwards, and she is about to go and tear up. Her right eye having a tear start to flow out of it, as she does actually say, "Ow, ow, ow," grabbing her head. Now, with that, her other eye does turn off, going back to its original color, as she does actually bring her hand back down. There's no blood. Huh? What? But my head feels wet. Her then looking at the wound on her arm. What the? What the heck is that? Hmm. Melissa, that appears to be a very deep cut. Hmm? Yeah, but I'm not bleeding. Hmm. Well, yes, that is true. Hmm? You don't sound surprised. I am not. One of the abilities of the sword. It allows you to not lose your blood. In fact, well, that's the main ability of the holster within the sword. Huh? I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. I carry with me the holster of the sword. And since I'm, well, inside the sword, I'm guessing that the sword is registering as it being holstered. What? Magic holster means that you can't have your opponent draw your own blood. What? Oh, okay. I think I understand. Ah, this child. Anyways, now you must continue your training. And, well, your warrior spirit. You must strengthen it. Huh? Yes. With the ability of the warrior spirit, you will be able to slash through anything. And your strength will be limitless. Really? Yes. Back in my days of training, fighting, and my teachers, they all gave me instructions. I even remember the day I was given the sword. Blessed by a goddess, the man said. I believed him. The moment it entered my hands, it felt so natural, an extension of my own body. Ah. I remember my first ever challenge. I cleaved straight through a man in solid armor, and sent him flying. Whoa! That sounds pretty brutal. Hmm? Oh yes, but it was so beautiful. Everyone on the battlefield saw it. And, well, I sent my enemies running and scattering. I remember I even once caught an arrow with my bare hands. Almost hit me. Hmm? Really? Yes. And, well, I was still perfecting my work with the sword. Whenever I was sealed. Hmm? Whoa. So wait, you think you'll be able to teach me more than what happened to you? Hmm. That is troubling. I can get you to where I was. But after that, hmm. Most of what I can probably teach you would be harder for you to understand. I was still trying to grasp the concepts since they were more advanced. And I have forgotten a little bit of things. But I will use my knowledge to aid you in your quest. Quest? Your mission. Oh, okay. Now, with that being said, Melissa does listen to what Izuku does say. And she begins to try and strengthen herself. As, on certain days, she trains with a sword. Other days, she would stab the sword into the ground and practice with a longer branch, letting Midoriya get a good grasp on what she is doing with her feet and the way her body is facing, stance, and other things. Basically making sure that she is moving the way she is supposed to. And Mr. Shield, he is too far into his research to even notice this. Now, Melissa, obviously, is going for a career change. She now believes that she can be a pro hero. And then there is one day, whenever the research is going on, that Mr. Shield does plan for Melissa's birthday party. Let's say this is about 3 or 4 years later. Yeah, let's say 4 years later. So she would be around 13. Or she is 13. Now, David Shield, he's gotten things prepared, and Melissa, she is having a birthday party. Now, today, she is just in her room, as Mr. Shield, he does go to knock on her door. Melissa stopping her conversation with her sword, as she does go to throw it in the corner, or at least move it into the corner and put something over it, as to hide the fact that she still is messing around with it, even when she's not supposed to. Now, she would open the door, at least a little bit. Hi, Dad. Melissa, are you alright? Oh, yeah, I'll be fine. What's up? Well, it's just we've gotten your party ready and... Well, I was wondering when you were gonna come out. You've been in there all day. Oh, um, I'll be out soon. I just need to finish talking with my friend. Your friend? Yeah. Are they a friend of yours from school? Are they gonna be coming over? What? No, Dad. They're not someone I know from school. So, how do you know them then? Oh, Melissa making up a good excuse, saying that when she was playing on her computer in a game, they did meet, and that they have been chatting back and forth for a little bit of time. Now, David, obviously, does at least try and tell her to be careful about that. And to, at least, when she's done talking with her friend, to come down and greet their guest. Now, with that being said, she does close the door after David does walk away, walking back over and picking up the sword. As Izuku would just say that he really does appreciate her not throwing the sword once again. Sorry, but last time I did that, I put a hole in the wall, remember? Yes, I do, and you covered it with a poster. Shh! Dad doesn't know about that. I'm well aware. You take me everywhere you go. And well, you've been having to hide your own training from your own father. You are aware that one day you will have to tell him, correct? Yeah, I know, but still. What am I even really supposed to say? Hey, Dad, I have a magic sword, and it talks to me. Well, first of all, I could talk to him. Huh? With all of the research he goes through and everything he's already been doing, he'll think he's gone mad. Not if you back him up. Or at least there's other people around? Are you saying that you want me to put you in front of the guests at the birthday party? Her looking directly into the blade, as she would see Midoriya's reflection. His eyes, and his black hair in front of his eyes. At least, being able to see and make eye contact with him. Well, what else do you expect? You can't really hide this for very long, can you? Well, not at the rate it's going at. Plus, well, I have thought about trying out for that hero school. You are aware they won't let you use a sword. Oh, come on, I can at least write down that you're part of my quirk. I need you. Hmm. I still have a vague understanding of these quirks. You explain them, but I just don't understand it. They sound like sorcery. Witchcraft, even. Hmm. Well, some sometimes appear that way because they're weird. Ironically, some can be specific. Like, what is it? I'm trying to think of one. I remember hearing about it the other day. Yeah, but most of them are strange and useless sometimes. The ones that really do pose a threat are rare. Even combat and defensive based quirks. They're somewhat harder to come by. Hmm. Yes, well, I'm sure that is true. But even then, you need to be on guard. Now, Melissa would just say she understands, and that for now she is going to be leaving him here. Is that alright? Not that I have much of a choice. Him saying that to Melissa to at least enjoy her day of birth. As she does leave. Midoriya, as we do have inside the sword, him trying to pace back and forth. Him actually not paying attention and hitting the edge of the blade. As he does just turn back around. And walk in that direction as well. I hate this. I've been here for so long. And even then. Now I'm back in this world. Witchcraft, magic, sorcery. All of it's given different names now. And even then, a man on the moon. What does that even mean? And what is Bohemian Rhapsody? I've never heard of this place. I just thought that would be funny to throw in. Anyways, now, with all that being said, he basically just goes on a bit of a small little tangent. All the new age things that he's never heard of. TV, radio, sounding like an old man. As he does just go to sit down and cross his knees. Thinking about everything. Alrighty. Well, stay calm and try to meditate. That could help you. Now, Izuku does just try and maintain his focus, as he does go into a meditative state. Now, he is trying to clear his mind of all distractions. As meanwhile downstairs, or in the party room, wherever they're holding this event at, Melissa, she is talking with family, and a guest has made a surprise appearance here, as Uncle All Might has arrived, coming through the door like a normal person with a gift in his arms. Now, with that being said, I don't really know what All Might would get Melissa for her birthday. He probably would get her something sciencey, assuming that she's like her dad. But at the same time, hearing that she might be interested in going to UA, he might at least offer to train her up, so as to give her a better chance to get into the school. Now, a little bit of time after the party does pass, Melissa is actually talking with Uncle All Might. Her asking All Might if people can be heroes without quirks. To which he does explain to her that not a lot of people can. And it's a matter of if a person has the right spirit about them, determination, and if they believe they truly can. Quirkless people have been trying to become heroes for years, and they've failed at every single step. They're better suited for police work and being firefighters. Sure, those jobs are lackluster and aren't really what they used to be, with pros around. But you still do help and assist people. Him even talking to Melissa about how he can at least talk to one of his detective friends and give her a place to start. Hmm? No, Uncle All Might. Well, I want to get in the UA. Hmm? Really now? And what makes you think that they'll accept you? I'm just curious. Well, first off, I've got a bit of a secret weapon. Hmm? Okay, and what would that be? Well, I've been practicing my swordsmanship. I've been practicing my swordsmanship. There we go. A lot. And I was hoping that I would be able to use that during the entrance exam, right? Hmm? Young Melissa, that's not possible. What? Why not? That's classified as a support item. Certain pros, if they need to use a support item, if they rely on it too much, if it breaks in combat, well, they die. What? But my sword won't ever break. Hmm? Really? Yes, it's special. Plus, it makes me super strong. How about this? Her going to say that if he can't lift it, then he has to train Melissa. Alright, well, if this is what it takes to get her to stop her silly little game, then so be it. Now, Melissa, she does just go to walk back upstairs, as she would grab the sword, picking it up, and moving it outside. Midoriya, shaken as the entire plane he's in, moves. And he does actually fall down, or he goes falling to the side for him before moving down. Now, with that being said, Melissa, she does just step out and into a field, where All Might is, him confused. Her bring the sword up and swing it around, catching it with her hand and saying to All Might that this is the sword he needs to pick up. Seems easy enough. Her spinning it around with one hand and stabbing it directly into the ground, almost next to her foot. All Might, at least having his eyes widen for a second. Now, she tells him to go to try and pick it up. And Midoriya, he actually does at least ask her, what the hell did she just do? Huh? What do you mean? At least give somebody a warning when you're gonna do stuff like this. Where are we? We're outside. Yeah. Listen, All Might's gonna try and lift you up. Who the fuck is All Might? He's the strongest man on Earth. Fine. Now, All Might, he actually does get directly in front of the sword, looking down at it before turning his head to Melissa, and saying that if he does lift this, then she has to stop thinking about going to UA like that. And he's sorry to say this, but, well, she could focus more on science and support items. Her father already does research that field, and she was a prodigy with machines when she was a child. She should start focusing on that more. But Uncle All Might, at least give it a shot. Fine, he says, looking at her as he does actually hold out his right hand and go to pull the sword. Him expecting it to just simply come straight out. However, after he does just pull upwards, the sword has not moved. And he does actually put more muscle strength into it, as he tries pulling out with 25%. Now, he does feel the sword budge upwards. However, it quickly did feel like it moved back downwards. What the hell? All Might bring up his other hand and starting to pull more. Why is this thing getting so heavy? Now, with that being said, All Might does just try pulling it at 50%, knowing that his time frame is about to go down by a lot. Now, after pulling it at 50% for about 2 seconds, he does feel his feet slump down into the ground more. Looking down, he has at least craters around his feet. However, the sword, not moved at all, as he does actually just let go of it, and go and ask exactly what is that thing made of. Her stepping forwards and pulling the sword straight up. All Might looking up surprised. Huh? Well, Uncle All Might, I guess you lose. So you have to train me. What the heck? What is she made of? Interesting. Would she... No, no. If I give her one whirl, that could be bad. David would flip. Especially if his baby girl has a quirk that dangerous. And a sword? Did any of the other users have support items like this? Interesting. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. And have an amazing night. I will catch you guys in the next part.